up, that's in the blem. Free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't touch the boy on my end. Now we on the block with the up for events. Again, get close, cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in.
Switch.
My love, my dear, there aren't enough words to describe the intricacies of your beauty. I see you and I'm taken back every time, like the first time. Wherever this course takes us, I'm here for the long haul as long as you're there with me. We know great days, none. Your essence lights up my existence and everybody around you. Love.
Le poisson Steve, il est orange, il a des bras et des jambes. Le poisson Steve, le poisson Steve, il est vraiment très beau.
Let's play along.
Il peut nager sur la terre, il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson Steve, ils sont forcément mauvais, mais on l'aime bien.
The stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky.
Everything that's pulling me apart, and I know it's not
But I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kind of blowing being alone. I don't wanna move on. But I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kind of blowing being alone. I don't wanna move on. But I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kind of blowing being alone. I don't wanna move on.
Smoke up, that's in the blem. Free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't touch the boy that I'm in. Never in the block with the up for events. Can't get close, cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in.
But I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kind of blowing being alone. I don't wanna move on.
I love my dear. There aren't enough words to describe the intricacies of your beauty. Yeah, I see you and I'm taken back every time, like the first time. Wherever this course takes us,
Hello. We are back again. Yeah, it is I, Ruckus1 here, joined by the one and only Alessandro Demore from the Backstreet Boats. Woo! Yeah.
That's my introduction, Backstreet, but I guess that's the latest thing I'm known for. I mean, first of all, thank you for having me again, especially because, I can get a roof on my head during this Grand Prix because we can clearly see it's raining on the apex.
Tell me why.
But of course, if you do want to check out our latest hit, Get Out of My Way, you can do so at Paper Yoshi's channel. But of course, we're here to, we're kind of casting a Formula race. Let's focus on that because we do have a great race in our hands today, don't we, Reno?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Last weekend, I wasn't streaming here, but trust me, you missed a thriller in Jeddah. That was the second race of the season, and once again, it was Soda Soaker who stole the show. He has not only won both races, but he has secured max points on both of the weekends, which is just crazy.
No, it is crazy. The level Soda Soaker has been displaying is absolutely incredible, but I think story will take a turn here in Malaysia because Soda hasn't shown up for the whole weekend. I don't see him on the grid. I don't see him online. I haven't seen him the entire weekend. So that probably means for the first time this season, it's probably going to be someone else who's going to win the feature race.
But the question is, who is it gonna be? With 2 wins already banked by Soda Soaker, who is leading the championship with maximum points, 140, that we will cover the points pretty soon. But who's going to have their shot at the glory here today? We have a bunch of players here, the grid is packed, but that we will see soon. What matters is that the stage is set for it here in the legendary Sepang circuit.
Oh, Sepang, dude. Like, I'm telling you, this track is one of my favorites. I'm sorry, personal bias. Sepang is just an amazing track. It's got everything, doesn't it? It's super wide. It's got sweeping corners, technical sections, S sections. It's got everything. It's literally got everything. Plus, for the paddles here, the paddles are going to... Oh my god, the softs, they're going to extinguish. They're going to melt. The hard tires, like... Probably we'll see a couple of lockups because they're super hard to get into heat. And is if we can see on the outside if the rain hits during the race.
And it's predicted to, and it's even predicted to hit. So like the forecasts say that there's gonna be chaos in the final stages. We can only hope that's not going to happen because we are always concerned of the safety of our drivers here, but. That does mean that the rain battles could decide the champion of the day here. One wrong call and you are done for. But but if you want to get a shot of the podium, you really have to nail the strategy, and the win just might be yours.
No, because it's true, right? We're on the tropics here. We're in Malaysia. The weather is super volatile. You blink and suddenly there's a giant monsoon over the track. So we'll see. We'll see how this race develops. As Reno pointed out, we do have probably some very heavy rain conditions toward the end of the race. So that should get things very interesting. But let's wrap up this intro because Soda Soaker, he's leading the championship comfortably. But his streak, it's just broken before it even began. We can't even talk about streak. But today we hope we're gonna crown a new winner or new race winner over here in Formula and let's see who that name will be.
Yes, indeed. But I think it's a perfect time because qualifying is starting in pretty soon, so we can use this time to cover what exactly happened in the previous race weekend at Jeddah. So obviously the main thing that we are already reflected here is that Soda Soaker literally aced the entire race weekend again. Which is
it is very strong pace by Soda. Qualified second actually, both twice, but he managed to actually revert that second position and go up to the front. We actually had one of the shortest pole margins, I think the shortest pole margin ever in iceboat racing history, because of course we have the new beautiful timing system update letting us go down to the thousandth of a second, and we have Paper Yoshi ahead of Soda by 0.006 seconds, which is I think the shortest margin we've ever had.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen those numbers ever anywhere. I could pull up the practice times right now, which I hope it works. Let me see. Boom, it does work. And you can see 0.006 is nowhere to be seen. There is bigger differences between the gaps right now. And of course it's raining, so it's throwing people off a little bit as well, as they cannot set the fastest laps. But people are still rocking softs right now because there ain't that much rain to just justify intermediates yet, it seems like.
I mean, as a driver, you need to know the conditions. You need to know when to change to intermediates. That's going to be very important. I do see a couple drivers switching to intermediates, but oh my god, what a voice crack. But I do see a couple drivers switching to intermediates, but at the moment, obviously, softs are going to be better than hards just because they're a lot grippier and the surface is getting a lot more slippery. But we'll see. We'll see where the end of free practice leads us. We'll see where qualifying leads us. And of course, what order we'll have for the race.
True, indeed. But yeah, talking about qualifying pole. Last time we qualified pole was actually Onikaiser. I think it's the first time he has ever qualified pole. I'm not sure on that, but it's not rare. Or it's not that often you see Onikaiser qualifying pole. So that was a big moment for him. But as the lights went off, they turned green, he was leading going into turn one. This is the sprint race of the last weekend. They're leading into turn one. And apparently he told me the exact words are that he found heaven at turn one, and one thing led to another, and he lost a couple of positions there, which is real unfortunate. But he managed to somehow claw back and finished his sprint race in P5 last time.
I mean, contrary to Onikaiser, I guess, we had Ikonos. He started P6, but instead of going backwards, he actually went forward quite a lot, actually. He finished P2 in the sprint race with that one. True,
and it's not often you see people doing massive jumps in the sprint races. For example, in this weekend's in Sepang sprint race, we didn't see that many jumping around. But in Jeddah, the jumps were just crazy. The turn one that track has, the Jeddah, the turn one is just deadly. And we saw it taking out plenty of people. For example, believe no. Oh, I'm thinking about the feature race already. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you are. I mean, in the sprint race, we did see a lot of like position gains in that turn one, didn't we? We saw Killer, we saw Lapis, we saw a lot of people gaining a lot of positions, especially on that first lap, just because how tight that turn one is and how it like wraps around into turn two.
True, yeah. I believe Killer Lolion was the player who gained the most positions. He went from 23rd to 12th, meaning 11 positions gained, which is just unheard of.
No, that is quite the sprint race. Lapis led us as well with a very similar impressive result from P14 to P6. Obviously not as many positions as Killer, but he finished way higher up in the order.
True, he finished P6 in the sprint race, and I believe Lapis Letus also finished P6, if I'm not mistaken, in the feature race as well. There is some people in the chat asking how to get into the race. If you wanna race Formula all you have to do is you do need to have the one of the mod, which is called Open Boat Utils, which allows you to step up blocks and allows all the battle features we have that we were gonna cover real soon as well, how that all works. But all you have to do is have Open Boat Utils mod and then join the server event.boatlabs.net, and you'll have a pop-up in the chat asking you if you wanna join the thingy. You click it and you're already in. So that's all you have to do. Recommended Minecraft version 1.21.4.
There you go. So we were talking about Lapis, right? And we were thinking, he finished P6 in the sprint and P6 in the feature race, but the journey towards that P6 was like completely different, wasn't it? In the sprint race, we had like this massive comeback from P14 on the grid. And then like in the race we had, I think he started like P3 or something. And then he dipped all the way down to P15. It was that disaster start. And then he climbed all the way up back to P6.
Yeah, crazy. And he's not the only one who had that kind of story there. Like, for example, not Killer LOL, but there was Turdu Chilo, for example. We started a little bit more up. He started in P6, but in turn one, solving that chaos would happen, many people bumping into each other, chaos everywhere, not much room to get by. He somehow managed to stay in P13, which is after getting bumped in turn one, is really good. But somehow, by the end of the race, he finished on the podium. P3 finish. That's crazy.
Just like in the sprint race before. He finished on P3 actually both times, so he got up to the podium both times.
Yeah, that's
and we saw some crazy
points,
stuff.
Yeah.
And we saw some crazy stuff, didn't we? Like Killer Lol, for example. Like he attempted like the weirdest, most outlandish one-stop strategy. He went just from soft paddles to hard paddles, and that's it. You saw everyone else doing something a bit more mixed. And at first it looked like the risk was going to pay off, but then toward the end of the race, like the paddles just said stop, and they were completely shot. It lost him too much time.
Yeah, the battle just started degrading it just a little bit too much by the end, and by the time I'm pretty sure he probably understood later on that he should have probably pitted, which is exactly what Nido the First did. So Nido the First had literally the same strategy as Killer LOL. They both started on softs and pitted to be onto hard paddles, and then later on they were both literally seconds away from each other. Killer LOL decided not to pit, to only do one pit strategy, sticking on the hards. Meanwhile, Nido the First went back into the pit stop, going for the soft paddles. It did drop him quite a bit down, so he had to catch up all the time to Killer LOL once again. But because Killer LOL's hard paddles were just that worn out already, Nido with the new, fresh, soft paddles was just able to make quick work of Killer LOL and managed to squeeze into P5. Crazy finish.
So yeah, it was a crazy finish. I mean, he did kind of a weird strategy because the normal strategy we figured was soft, medium, soft. They did like soft. They tried to go to the hards, and then they were forced into the soft. But I will let you know. I think I'm getting some notice from race direction.
True.
Qualifying is almost underway, so we might
Yeah.
want to take a look into that.
We can take a look at. We can see they're all right now stuck on the grid. It seems like there is some chaos happening. As if there are so many people in one place, they seem to sometimes just get a little bit loose there. The malfunctions a little bit, but it seems to be that they're all ready and set for a qualification to start any second now. In the meantime, I think we can cover what happened in the sprint race yesterday a little bit as we watched people getting released here. Hopefully the camera will actually follow as well, as I did have to set this up here last second. It should TP now. Boom. As they're all driving beautifully. But yeah, last sprint race, the top 3 podium. We had 32 Gilo finishing first as he qualified and finished both first. So for him, after a few first turns, he was pretty much gone and just driving away. In the meantime, there was a lot of fighting for the second place actually. And the second place, it was a Rocket Race who managed to get P2 starting from P4. So that was a crazy run from Rocket Race.
And then, I mean, running out the podium, we had Sotomni, by the way, who's making his debut for Pit Happens, because I don't know what's going on with Pit Happens. They're comfortably leading the championship, like very comfortably. Soda Soaker is very comfortably leading the Drivers' Championship. But it seems like we only have 2 drivers, unless they signed someone else last minute, which are Lapis and Sotomni, who's making his official feature race debut for Pit Happens. Usually we see the 3 usual suspects, Soda Soaker, Lapis Lettuce, and Rocket Race. But it seems like the first and the third guys just they're just not here.
I can give some comments on that. So apparently what happened yesterday was you can add people, you can sign people to your team, but for some reason it didn't register. Like it adds it to the database, but it doesn't refresh it. So even if you add people to the team, it doesn't show that they're in the team. So actually, what happened is, since it got reported to the team, they did quick fixes. It works now. You can actually add people to your team once again. And now Rocket Race is officially back in the Pit Happens crew. So it was a little bit of a ride, him getting removed because he just didn't show up for the... Which was it? For the Jeddah. So he had Sotomni fill in his place. But because he's back now, he just needed to be added in. But because it didn't work, it didn't like confirm it, then it was a little bit silly, but now it works.
Mm-hmm. So we've touched up a bit on the standings. What do we think about taking a closer look at them?
True. I think it sounds pretty smart, as I am asking the production crew if they are good to go with that idea. And they are saying, yes, go ahead, go take a look at the standings.
All right, let's go there then.
Yes. Boom.
All right, look at this. This is my dream, right? Being in the news and pointing out the things on the board. So beautiful driver standings, by the way. This looks absolutely insane.
True. Thank you.
We have Soda Soaker up on top. No doubt about it. I mean, he's won literally everything so far. Basically impossible to overtake him. Second, 32 Gilo, who actually won the sprint race last time around, and Lapis Lettuce as well for Pit Happens, who have a 1-3 in the championship.
True, and behind Lapis Lettuce, we can see is Mafioso here, 75 points. He's pretty close to Lapis Lettuce. I believe the max points, from one weekend you can gain is 70. Wait, what is this? We are getting some massive news here from the race control that we might need to restart the qualification because some people are somehow But I don't know what kind of. Maybe there are paddles. Maybe they were given like the wrong type of compound of paddles. Some like illegal
We don't
type.
know,
So
but that's more time for us. So
true. As we can just keep continuing and looking at like what's happening here, because like you can see all these arrows. A lot of stuff has been happened.
yeah, Mafioso as well. Like I remember he had that stinker in Miami where I mean he did finish quite high, but he started all the way in last because he didn't qualify, did he? And now he's showing himself up in P4 and on a very big climb. Maybe he'll be able to catch up to Lapis today.
True. Talking about Mafioso, he did have a little bit of a silly yesterday. As for the sprint race, he showed up right as practice ended, so he never actually drove one practice lap. And because the way of how the plugin is set up, it makes it since he hadn't driven one lap in the practice, it didn't put him into the qualifying. So he had to literally leave the event and join back in to get into the sprint qualification. But because it's only one lap and he didn't get put in, like he got put in while the qualification was already running. So he got put in with cold paddles. And when you have cold paddles, you can't cook that hard because the rest of the grid are on a little bit warmer paddles, which helps them grip better, drive a little bit faster, and having that edge on Mafiosa, I believe he qualified P11 around that type of margin. So and he finished around P11 as well. So he didn't gain that much points in the sprint yesterday, but he's back here once again, stronger than ever. We can already see him hanging around with the other big shots in the front here. You can see 32 Chilov, for example, that people have been asking about. Is 32 Chilov actually here today? Yes, he is. You can see he's right next to Mafiosa and Blipdash, Killer Roll, Paper Yoshi, Iltisamor. They're all there. So don't worry, all your favorite drivers except Soda Soccer is today here, I believe. Even Big Burb is here. Oh, wait! We're forgetting about the most important thing here. Even Nukido is racing here today, guys. Even Nukido is here.
Oh god. Yo guys, we got the YouTube money. YouTube money.
Yeah,
so New Kiddo showed up an hour ago in our booth asking, can I race Formula And we were like, okay. And then he asked, how does this work? So you can, we can expect a new Kiddo performance here. I don't know which type of performance, but a new Kiddo performance for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has got a pretty strong start here. He has already qualified for a P8. There is a bunch of more time to go. So if I look at the scoreboard here, we can see there is still quite some time to go. But him hovering in P8 right now is a really promising sign. We can see all the people here are improving since they did their first lap exiting from the pit stop. So I actually want to look where this one lap is gonna put Nugido right now to try to undersee.
Running out turn 15.
Yes. You can see first people are finishing their laps and... Oh, he does a 360! He does a 360! Hello? Oh my god, content creator truly at heart. And now he's just stopping there. He's probably thinking that he's looking for the reset button to go into the pit stops. He probably is not aware of the fact that you have to drive an entire outlap to get new paddles and then start a new lap.
I just hope he's listening to the stream at this point. He just stopped there, dead in his tracks on P20.
Yeah.
But I guess
unless he's going for last to first. I don't know, man. I don't think this is the place to do last to first, as it's
no, it's
proper
not
difficult. But I mean, you can try.
It most definitely isn't, because we know how changing the weather conditions are. We're gonna get to that in just a little bit, but let's just finish up analyzing the standings a bit. I want to talk about Econos. I want to talk about Econos because he's the highest driver we have that's not aligned to any team.
Ooh. Wait, I am literally doing live research as we're speaking, and we do have update that Econos is now with the team of Sandstorm. So he's on the same team with
Oh.
Sandaros here. B8 and
Oh, that's a
B5
very
both
strong
on the
signing.
same team. They must be really high up on the team standings. Is it true?
No,
We'll
yeah,
see
they
in
must be.
Yeah, they must be. But yeah, Ikonos, if you look at his performances, we can see that he has had a P8 finish in Miami, and last time in Jeddah, he finished up in P11. So that's where he has gotten his 73 points worth of points. Yep.
Yep.
And below,
And going a bit down the line. Oh no, it's the other. It's another one of the backstreet boat. You know, Lap is also backstreet boat. We got Paper Yoshi over here as well. It's one of the backstreet boats. P6.
it's
Very
so there is,
respectable performances so far.
I think you might need to tell everybody, like for the fans that don't somehow know yet, who are all the people in backstreet boats?
So we got Lapis, Lettuce, Paper, Yoshi. They're both present here. We got Sotoni, who's also racing. He's not on the standings at the moment because he hasn't scored a lot of points.
Yeah,
And of course we got,
he's also the team advisor. His main role for the Pit Happens crew, for Soda, Lapis, and Rocket is that he's the team advisor. He only raced last time because they didn't have a sub, so it was Sotumni who was up for the challenge.
We did see Sotomni doing some brilliant calls in Miami, didn't we? With that 6-6-6-6 paddle strategy that literally vaulted Soda Soaker to victory ahead of a 32 Gilo. So shout out to Sotomni, good team advising. See if that translates to good racing.
True. Yeah, Paper Yoshi is in P6, and under here you can see Killer Lol. He's the fellow that we covered just previously. He's the fellow who started, like, we have to hype this man up a little bit. Because he has sold a little bit, but I believe he can cook. Because, we've seen that he can do it. It's just a strategy that last time that kind of let him down, I feel like. Because he did start in P, let me just look up the numbers. He started in P12 and at one point he was second. Like actually second.
He was in tandem for first.
Almost. So Soda was a little bit like Soda was always at the front here. Nobody challenged him. Soda just from after the first few turns he just ran away. But for second place, yes. But
moving on to the second half, let's go through these probably a bit more quickly.
Yeah.
We do have Sandaros Iltis, who's actually performing super well in this Grand Prix. We can see him; he's currently leading qualifying as we speak with a 1:18.680. Iltis is really locked in for this Grand Prix. Maybe a big haul of points is waiting for him. Then we got Rocket Race, who I don't see online. I don't think he's here.
What?
So that's gonna hurt his chances.
That's quite unfortunate considering he was here just yesterday. So I'm not sure what could have happened to him, but hopefully there is still time for him to make it to the qualifying, as there is still some time left to set in some banger laps. So hopefully he can make it. Would be not that great for the Beat Happens crew, but oh well, that is life. Then below him, yeah.
Nito, the strategy wizard that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. P5 warrior, isn't he?
True. Yeah, every time he has done a feature race, he has always finished in P5. He did it in both of the test races, and he did it last time also in Jeddah. What a performance by him! He mirrored the same strategy as Killerol, but he pitted for the second pit stop from hard to soft. And he just there was at one point like Lapis Letus was really trying to fight for his 5th position, but Nido the First just kept defending Lapis Letus off and managed to stay in P5. Really well done. Then behind him is Omega Miss here with 33 points. Is it here
Yeah,
today?
this entire zone is very packed.
True. And apparently I need to update the standings or the colors here because Omega Miss seems to be in the same team as JH Dash. So Omega Miss and JH Dash are both actually teaming up to be both
They seem
in
to
the
be both
team
on Rainstorm,
of
yeah.
Rainstorm. Yes, indeed. Yep. And behind, like between them, is Zoom with from the team with the colors of purple and orange from the racing comma, I believe. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So he's chilling here between those two.
And last but not least, 14th, J-77, tied with Zine. So we could say they're both 13th, but obviously point average, Zine kind of gets a bit over JH Dash, but we can maybe see a bit of a comeback by him. He's currently P8 with Zine nowhere to be seen. So let's see if that leads JH Dash to a higher position. Because there's also been some changes in the constructors standings, haven't they?
True, as we can slowly make our way towards the construction team standings. Yay!
Beautiful.
Damn.
So Reno, who's leading the championship?
I think I don't know, guys. Oh, wait, Nugido is in the chat. Hello. But yeah, it's Pit Happens who is leading here. Pit Happens with a massive around 50 points lead. You can see that you can do the math yourself. If you want to be cool, you can see quite a gap here. That Soda Soaker Lapis and
Pit
Rocket
Happens
Race
just
have
on
built
another
up.
level, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
You got Soda Soaker. You only got Soda Soaker out of that team. He is second in the constructor standings. He's 1 point ahead of the entirety of Sandstorm. So you can probably tell him plus two other very good drivers like Lapis and Rocket. We got Satomi today as well. Pit Happens is very comfortably leading this championship.
True, but you can't really rule out the team behind them, Bluebird, because they are rocking some big talent. For example, Mafioso, 32 Chilo, Killer LOL. Like, that's a really, really solid rooster. And we can expect a lot from them. For example, we can see right now 32 Chilo and Mafioso, they're both from their team. And they're both in 3rd and 5th, as I said, right now in the qualifying, which is really good place to be. And Killer LOL, talking about their team, Alive, it just improved. So Killer LOL is also up in P8 now. And if you look at the scoreboard, you can see it's the top half of it is pretty blue. With noway right now dominating. Paper Yoshi from the New Wave team here. Blipdash and Iltisamor all in the same team. They might be 4th right now, but if they manage to finish the qualification where they're standing right now, they might be looking to overtake Sandstorm and be 3rd on the team standings. Okay.
Oh, yeah, most likely. 100%. And I mean, Paper Yoshi got the shortest pole margin ever in Ice Boat Racing history with 0.006 seconds. And if we look at the leaderboard at the moment, do you see any familiar numbers there, Reno?
Oh my god, it's happening again. It's happening again. Blipdash from Paper Yoshi only 0.006 seconds away. That is crazy.
That is crazy. As for the rest of the team standings, these are obviously always very volatile. You can see this entire right column is switching all over the place, don't we? We have New Wave dropping from 3rd, now 4th, but probably racking up a couple of very good points in this GP if qualifying is to be believed. Rainstorm, with the new incorporation of a Megamiz, might be able to pick up a lot more points. Although we can see a very big gap between New Wave and Rainstorm, I think. We can do the divide over there. We can do the first 4 teams. And then everyone else below them are kind of in another league. But we'll see. Rainstorm has a chance to kind of detach themselves from the people at the bottom, from Racing Comma, Iceball Racing, and Guarana Racing. But the battle here is very close between these midfield teams.
Yeah, like if you look at the qualification, it seems like it's right now. It seems it's more Noway and Rainstorm, the two teams that are fighting each other the most. There is Bluebird dipping their toes into that as well. So it's right now today. It seems like it's gonna be Bluebird, Noway, and Rainstorm. If that continues to be true, we do have Sotumni improving a little bit right now for the Bit Happens crew, but with Soda Soaker missing, they might be. They're
in trouble. Not only Soda Soaker, they're also missing Rocket. They're only scoring with 2 drivers, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That is not what they want, but there's not much they can do about it.
There's
Seems
not
to
much they can
be
do.
yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers the standings here pretty well. I think
Yeah.
it's smart. Do you want to cover the battles or do you want to cover the weather?
Yeah, for sure. We can cover the paddles. This should be real quick. We're gonna do this
Yeah.
every GP, just so people know what they're in for. These are the paddles. They have 5 compounds. Every single driver can choose whichever compound they want. The first 3 from the left, so the red, the yellow, and the white, are the soft, medium, and hard paddles, respectively. The softer a compound is, the grippier it is, the faster it is, but also the shorter it lasts for. So white compound is going to be, on average, a bit slower than the red compound, but it is going to last more. So maybe you'll afford to save a pit, which obviously loses a lot of time. And then these 2 on the right, we're going to probably see toward the end of the race. These are the intermediate and wet paddles. These are used for wet weather conditions, which, as we're going to see soon on the weather forecast, we might have a little bit of a monsoon in our hands right now.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. As the camera is making its way onto the boom weather board. Yay! And you can see
So, you go ahead.
the elephant in the room here. Big blue line extending into the heaven. That's the chaos we talked about earlier. So the end of the race is going to be interesting, to say the least, because the most we've seen the blue bar go up is like a little bit over the halfway, and we can see the blue line is maxing out. So we don't know what it means. Yeah, we don't know. So we'll see. Looks scary.
Yeah, it's going to be slippery out there. For anyone who doesn't probably understand, we have the purple color is the pre-practice session we had earlier. Yellow is the qualifying we're currently undergoing. And then the green is the race. And we're expecting the rain to hit around a little bit before halfway through the race. Obviously, accuracy of 69% on the weather forecast today. That's an odd accuracy, but we can see we're probably going to have a large, very large monsoon hitting the track, which, is kind of expected in Malaysia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's expected indeed. We'd really tried looking for a slot to fit the race in so it doesn't hit us that badly, but we had to postpone it a little bit, and so we're gonna expect to see some rain at the end of the race. We really tried not to have the race, but it seems like there's just no other option. So you have to really hope that the drivers here today can just manage to make it work and just be safe out there on the track, since we do not want our drivers getting hurt here, because that will be bad.
And also, right now, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I gotta give you the congratulations, dude. Because just a few minutes ago, a certain Minecraft convention has announced that a special guest is going to show up.
Oh,
Yeah, a certain maybe you heard of it. A certain CubedCon.
Oh, CubedCon. Okay, I know about that. It's happening, I believe, in October, November, that
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
Yep,
October,
yep, yep,
October,
yep.
October, October.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big thing. What about it? What about it? What are they saying?
What about it? They just announced you as a guest.
Me?
You just got announced, literally mid-broadcast. They just announced you as a
Yeah!
guest.
Yeah,
Mid-broadcast. I'm
baby!
not even kidding.
Oh
I
my.
received it in my DMs. You just got announced as a guest.
Oh my. Okay, we take that. We take that. I'm talking about
So,
cute. I haven't seen any confirmations about it, but we've seen a boat race there the previous 2 years. So I really hope we're gonna see maybe another boat race there as well. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see some cubed content in the autumn, but right now it's Formula so stay tuned. The qualification has just ended. As you can see, Paper Yoshi has actually managed to climb away. Pipdash was really threatening with that 0.006 seconds behind him, but we can see that Paper Yoshi has actually managed to break away just a tiny bit and extending. What? Lapis Letus just jumped into P5. He was like almost nowhere to be seen. He was that low, like maybe in P10, which is still like respectable, but he's now in P5. Damn, wait.
that is a massive jump.
That's a massive jump, yeah. It Happens crew must be celebrating that because they were struggling here. They were struggling. And now with them being in the top 5, at least one driver, that's big news, as they do not want to have that It Happens lead chip away.
Look at how tight those qualifying margins are, though. Like top 15 are all within a second of each other. That is super packed. Look at that difference between J-Dash and Onidalas, though. That's 0.004 for P13.
Wow.
We got some very, 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 very close paces over here, Ren. I think the race is going to be very exciting.
Oh, indeed. But it seems like New Wave is just coming out swinging here today. New Wave in 1st, 2nd, and 6th. Wow. They must be celebrating as previously. They haven't been doing this hot. Like, they are in the Icon team constructions. As we covered, they are 4th. So, this is massive for them.
Well, they were 4th, and they just lost the position to Sandstorm. So, and Sandstorm is actually not scoring quite well. We see Sandora's in 10th. We see Akono's in 15th. They're not doing particularly hot either.
Yeah, and they also have Ferrari F15 in P20, which is, I believe, their 3rd driver. Let me double check with the... Let's see. Yes, Ferrari 15 in 20th. So that's not looking that hot when you compare it to the Rainstorm with Mopeki or Megamis and JH. That's both respectably in 7th, 8th, and 13th. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's just.
And of course, we cannot go without talking about Bluebird.
Indeed.
Because we do have a 3-4-12.
True. I'm a little bit confused about why is. Oh wait. I believe Killer LOL might have been dropped from the team and replaced with 2818 question mark?
I see Killer in the... I do see Killer in the Bluebird colors on the leaderboard, so...
Yeah, I see that as well.
I don't know.
But if I look at the official /FAM standings, it shows Bluebird with the members of 32 Chilo, Mafioso, and 2818. And there only can be 3 members in a team. So maybe Kidero just... I don't know. Double check in the individual standing.
2818 is online. I don't see him anywhere, but he is online.
Yeah, and he's in the P17 right now in the qualification.
Mm-hmm.
So down there with the likes of Chelcho, who's in 16th, and Big Burp, We had some people rooting for Big Burb as well, so Big Burb right now is in P18th. And so is Nido the First in 19th. Oh, Nido the First barely made it. Whoa. I didn't think we will not be seeing any Nido the First today, but he's here. Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's here.
Our B5 warrior is back. Do you think with these conditions here, can we maybe expect another B5 finish starting that below? It's hard to say for sure.
If he's the one getting the strategy right, yeah, because rain's going to be drastic. Rain's going to be very drastic. It all depends on how drastic the change is. So, do you pit for intermediates and then do you go for wets, or do you go full wets at the beginning? In the meantime, I can see from my window, all the drivers are already set in it.
Indeed. So this is a perfect time for us to go over there and actually cover the top drivers there in the standings or in the grid slots. So we can make our way over here. We can see Paper Yoshi will be starting on pole with Blipdash next to him. Both teammates. Then behind them is Terry Chilov and Mafioso in 3rd and 4th. Both teammates as well. Then behind them we have Lapis Letus in 5th. Iltisamor in 6th. And then behind them, both Rainstorm drivers, Mopeki and Omega Miz. Followed by Sotumni in 9th. Sanderos in 10th. 56 Faxeo in 11th. Name we haven't covered yet here today. Then Killerlol in 12th once again. Can he maybe manage to... Last time he was in 12th, he managed after one lap to be in 2nd. Can he do that here again maybe? I guess we'll see. JH Dash in 13th. Onidalas in 14th. Iconos 15th. Shell Joe 16th. 2818 in 17th. Big Burb 18th. Nido the First in 19th, and Ferrari F15 to finish and round off the top 20 here. We can quickly fly through and see the rest of the names here. For example, we have Laser Slot from Backstreet Boats as well. Really notable driver. True legend in the community.
Backstreet.
He's not? Oh, he's not!
No,
he was on the cover! He was on the cover! I've been fooled!
You have been fooled. You have been fooled. He uploaded another song. I think they called it or something like that. I don't know. So we do have other results. I guess Crafties was 30 seconds off the pace. That's horrible. Then we have New Kiddo. New Kiddo finished 28th.
28th. Let's see. He should be here. He's not online. Where is New Kiddo? He's not on his grid slot. What is happening?
Oh my god.
Oh.
What is happening? I mean, we don't know. We gotta. Show must go on regardless. Let's see. Who do you have on your bingo card right now? Who do you think is gonna take this?
Ooh. I mean, it might be maybe Blipdash, as the seconds have been started up on the screen here. I think what I would love to see is Iltisamor win. He's been so dominant throughout the practice. So if he could get this win here as well, it would be really nice. But off the go, going into turn 1, Blipdash leading. I think let's just go on Iltisamor POV here. Oh, and he gets bumped! No. Let's jump ahead here. We can see with Mafioso, Chilo, they both managed to keep their tandem here. And they're chasing down the other two drivers. In the meantime, we can see there is a much more chaos happening back here. Iltisamor right now hovering in P15. He has lost a lot of positions. But a big gainer who has gained a lot of positions right now is JH-77. He has jumped a lot. Starting from P15, I believe, now in P6. Massive jump. Big congratulations, as he's battling right now for his life to keep this momentum, as you can see in tandem with a lot of fellas here chasing down Mopeki in P5, who has also climbed 2 positions. And so has Killerlol. Killerlol as well.
Something I want to point out here is like the very, very big diversity in paddle choices. Like we can see Gilo in P3 and Mopeki in P5, most notably with medium paddles. The rest around them have seemed to have gone for the softs, perhaps expecting earlier rain. But if the medium paddle actually works as they intended to work, then we might have like a very, very varied, like a race with varied strategies in our hands. Sorry for our spectators, maybe that's going to be a bit hard to analyze, but we'll try to do our best to try and get everything in for you. Currently, Paper Yoshi and Blip Dash are just running away with it, the two teammates in tandem. And Gilo is falling behind. Remember, the medium paddles are slower on average, but they last longer. So maybe 32 Gilo is playing that game of, lasting a bit longer than the guys up front, and then doing what's called an overcut. So staying on the track longer than your opponents and finishing ahead of your opponents after the first round of pit stops.
Ooh, I've just seen Lapis Letus getting bumped. He was chasing 32 Chilo, probably tried to get a boat tap of 32 Chilo, but it backfired a little bit and it just acted as a really, really slow block stop for him, which is quite unfortunate for him. But yeah, talking about 32 Chilo strategy, I think what might be happening here is, since people don't know when will the rain start climbing here, we know there's expected to be a lot of rain, so I think what they might be betting on here is starting on mediums and just trying to ride it out until intermediates become viable. And they just really hope that Blips and Paper Yoshi's tires just get that cooked that medium is just gonna help them play the long game here and give them the cut they need.
Mm-hmm. We can already see on the sidebar, we can already see the soft tires are starting to dwindle down already. I did say that this track was gonna melt the soft paddles. We can see that in action as we speak. 32 Gilo still very healthy paddles. The guys in the lead, they did get a 4-second lead, but they're slowly but surely losing it because their paddles are wearing off.
Indeed. So we can see, for example, JH Dash and Mopeki, they're both teammates, but they both went for different strategies here, and we can see them both just chilling together. But it seems like softs might have really been the play for JH Dash, because if we remind ourselves here, JH Dash did start from B13 and he's right in front of Mopeki right now in P5. And what is this? It seems like, Blip Dash and Paper Yoshi, I don't know if they're fighting or they're just chilling together, but considering there's 4 seconds till Chilo was behind them, I think they're just trying to push the track to its absolute limits while not punishing each other, because it is still a team game. They don't want to mess each other up, but they also both probably want to win here. So it's this cat and mouse play here, trying to both maximize their speed, but not also mess up their other teammate.
Oh, this is a super tight game. I've seen them switching positions. Blip Dash was ahead at some point. Paper Yoshi is now ahead, and the gap has kind of gone around from like 0.3 in favor of Blip Dash to now 0.3 in favor of Paper Yoshi. This is a very dangerous game, of course. You cannot really see the boat. You can only see the lightning rod in front of you, and you got to really learn how to play with that. Because one wrong move and your entire strategy goes down, and one of the two drivers will lose at least a couple seconds to 32 Gilo, who's probably going to be coming in with fresher strategies further down the race.
True, indeed. Right now, we can see a big fight happening here with Big Burb and Killer Roll. Big Burb has managed to get into tandem with Killer Roll. Actually, I think they've been in tandem for all 3 laps, actually, because we did see them both in tandem in lap 1, and they've still managed to probably maintain that same tandem till this time. So Big Burb from IKEA Racing, he really trying to make everything work here, and hopefully try to get an edge on Killer Lol and break the tandem to maybe possibly engage in the tandem in front of them, with Mopeki and Thunderous being right in front of them. So we can hop ahead here and can see Mopeki and Thunderous both fighting here. Mopeki used to be behind JH Dash, but I believe some people must have gotten bumped here because JH Dash has just run away from them. Oh, and Mopeki gets a free overtake as the other fella messes up. Oh my. And no more
No,
picky.
we've actually seen right now. We've actually seen a couple pitters. We've seen pits from
Oh,
pit happens. They went from soft to medium paddles. I don't know what the
what?
purpose of that strategy would be. They're probably expecting the rain to take even longer, but that is quite the
Maybe.
curious strategy they came up with. I don't know if that's going to work out for them though.
Ooh, yeah, we can see Lapis Letus is on really cold paddles here. Well, not that cold, but he is on the mediums here, and he started on softs, correct?
Yeah, he started on soft, same as Sotomni, and they both dove into the pits, switching out their mediums for switching out their softs for mediums, sorry, and we see a couple more pitters, a couple of the earlier harder compound drivers now switching to the softer compounds. But so far, it seems like all strategies are pretty standard. Probably the medium paddle is going to start kicking in. We can see the soft paddles are already degrading a very, very, very crap ton. We can see from the 2 liters.
Yeah, indeed. So I think I don't know if they plan on stretching out the mediums as long as possible and maybe go straight to wets. I don't know if that's even viable strategy, but at one point they will have to go and pit again for some type of wet compound. The track might be not that wet right now as the rain is barely sticking. There's like nothing, but it's expected to really pick up the rain and absolutely flood the track here today. So you really have to be careful here with the track conditions.
Now, in other news, we actually had the tandem between Paper Yoshi and Blipdash break because of a
What?
back marker, Saitamo. And Blipdash
Oh,
goes into the pits as 32 Gilo. 32 Gilo was getting so close to him, I'm telling you, Reno. He was almost a second to Blipdash, and
interesting.
he was 4 seconds away, remember? So it seems like 32 Gilo's strategy is starting to kick in. We can probably see the
Yeah.
difference shrink with Paper Yoshi as the race progresses.
But the interesting thing to note right here right now is that Blip Dash is actually covering intermediates. Even though there is no rain sticking to the ground right now, he's playing the long game. He knows that if it starts raining, it won't be worth doing another small bit, so he's just betting that the rain will kick in any second now and just use this to just survive.
Oh, but that's the inters already. Ooh, that is
Yeah.
very risky. I mean, it's a gamble. It is quite the gamble. We do know Blipdash has a great pace, but no matter how good your pace is, if your tires are crap, then you're gonna be completely left in the dust. Let's see how he holds up against Tony Dallas here. He's forced to yield against who's shown good pace, but not as good as pace as Blipdash has. Nito also going for the inters. Ego also going for the inters. So at least we know Blipdash isn't alone in trying to make this prediction. Asher also going for the inters. Dark Robo going for the inters. But I don't know if this is a strategy. We'll see further down the road if this is actually the right call.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, most of people, because their softs are really on the edge, like in the reds. So it is critical for them to go into the pits and actually change their compound. As we can see, if I can find Paper Yoshi here, Paper Yoshi is
In the
right now
pits.
on 4%. He needs to pit. So it's gonna be. I think he's hovering mediums actually.
He seems to be hovering mediums. In the meantime, we can see 32 Gilo's tires are on 18, now 17%. So
Yeah.
as we explained, the tire might be a bit slower, but it lasts longer. We saw like how much was Paper Yoshi's paddle on 4% when he entered the pits. Now 32 Gilos is on 16. He could probably do 1 or 2 more laps, holding out, hoping that the rain comes at the exact right time when he dives into the pits and he can just straight up put on the inters.
Yeah, I see that. It seems like Paper Yoshi is saying to Makusan that the weather is not acting as expected, so I don't know what to make of that. But it does seem like that some silly might be happening. We can only hope it's gonna start picking up the rain as expected, as people are really betting on it, and it would be a shame for them if it just didn't play out the way as they envisioned.
32 Gilo into the pits. I mean, we did have a 69% accuracy. That is not 100% accuracy.
True,
So
that is
30
true.
Gilo has entered the pits. One more lap than most of his competitors. Mopeki's in. All the medium paddle drivers are in. Sandora's, Mafioso 2.8. Let's see where Paper Yoshi emerges relative to
Yeah.
Gilo. He is very far ahead, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty much ahead, like maybe like 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, but
So
now they're on the inverted tire strategy. So Gilo is now on the softs, chasing
yeah.
Yoshi on the.
And
Oh,
as the race has been
held up, I guess.
held up, yeah, as the as I just said, the weather is just too weird. We had to stop the race apparently to investigate the weather because if this keeps going the way it's going, it could be leading to some big, massive accidents here, as we do not want people with going to like intermediate battles and then just getting goofed by it. So because all of that,
Does this mean a
we
total heat reset?
yeah, it seems like so. Unless they're gonna no, but they can't even lower the laps. So it's gonna be a total reset. Okay then. In that case, let's cover the start grid once again. You can see here, Paper Yoshi first, Flip Dash second. You just fly through here so people can remind their in what positions people are. Lap is in 5th, Ilt is in 6th, Mopeki 7th, Omegami is 8th, Tumuli 9th, Sondurus 10th, 56 Baxio, Killer LOL, JH Dash, Onitalas, Iconos, somebody's missing, 2818, Big Burb, into the first, Ferrari F15, Ashern, Xinhu, then we have Coast at Laser Slot, with the little coast on his shoulder as well. That's kind of funny. Caber Live, Ice Joe, Alt, New Kiddo still missing, Skibidi Toaletta 12, Efra, Dead End, Dark Robo, Diamond Swishy, Boop. Then a little bit of a void here. Into Gellerzin, Saitamo, Luis Ball, and the last but not least, Taki 7W with this beautiful gray Subaru Impreza 22B. What a beauty!
Laser is still ghosted. I don't know what they're talking about. Hopefully we can get this race started underway because it's going to be another full-length race, maybe except for the first lap. But we're going to have an entire new race in our hands, so hopefully we can get through this quickly.
True. And Captain Crafts actually wants to be in Laser's boat, but I don't think it works like that. I'm also think it seems like Ready Check might have been casted. I don't think so. No. Doesn't seem like so. But the drivers are all ready, it seems like pretty much, for some action here. So we'll see how it goes. In the meantime here, it's gonna be really interesting to see who's going to come up ahead here. Can Iltis Amor have another go? Last time he got pumped going into turn 5. So maybe with that newly found knowledge, having another chance at the race start here, maybe he can do stuff a little bit differently now, and maybe, just maybe, start off the race with a little bit better to start. Like even not bumping going into turn 1 would be already way better race start for him. So we have to just watch closely here.
You did kind of curse him, didn't you, Reno?
Yeah,
Iltis Amor is going to do so good this race, proceeds to get bumped into P15.
Yeah, oh, but I was only rooting for him because he was doing good in the practice, man. Like, how can I not?
Commentators curse, Reno. You should know about this.
Yeah. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. But it is starting up once again here. A lot of drivers on the grid. Who's going to come out ahead here as it's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and away they all go as they've been set loose here. All the drivers leading here, watching on board with Iltis Amor. Can he do a better job this time? And it seems like he can. Wait,
Yeah.
is he? Oh, he's okay. He survives. He survives. He's in the P4 tandem right now as in the lead here. It's Paper Yoshi, Blipdash, and Turtle Chilo getting knocked wide there. Mafiosa being really bold here. Oh, getting stuck on the blocks. Iltis Amor casually locking in the P4 slot behind. There is a massive fight for the P6 positions. Oh, people getting bumped left and right here. Have to be really cautious here not to let it mess up your race. Seems like Mafiosa is out of the tandem as here as well. A little scratch, and Iconos using it as an opportunity to fly ahead. In the front, we can see Blipdash has managed to lost contact with Paper Yoshi. So Paper Yoshi is actually running away in P1 right now from his teammate Blipdash. Behind them is 32 Chilo in still third place, and Iltis Amor is actually this time right behind them in P4. So he has successfully managed to get a way better race start this time compared to the last time, and is even maybe slowly catching Iltis Amor. JH Jazz, wow, and Killer LOL. How are they both again this high up? Both of them have climbed massive positions. Killer LOL 7 positions, JH Dash 7 positions, and behind them, Iconos has gained 8 as well. There is also Lapis Letus in the tandem with Iconos. He is dropped down a little bit. Lapis started in P5, so he really needs to work the hardest here to climb those spots back that he has lost. But Iconos, Killer LOL, and JH Dash really making it work for them. They're just absolutely flying right now, and it's crazy. Fights are happening everywhere, so it's even hard to decide what to follow here as Mafioso right now.
Boat tap by JH Dash on 32 Gilo to
Oh,
try and get into tandem. We can see, we see a very different strategy from the medium tire runners. A lot of people have ditched the medium paddles, seeing what happened on the last race, and the fact that we have one less lap now. A lot more softs, a lot more of the soft paddle runners. 32 Gilo now losing ground to JH Dash, who managed to nail an impeccable bow tap into turn 11, onto turn 10, sorry. That was a magnificent bow tap he performed. I saw Iltis try the same, but he didn't succeed. He's now punished for it in P8. So Tommy on the hard paddles, though, that is something.
okay, that's strategy as well. Yeah, because JH Dash is on the soft paddles, and that allows you to push the boat just that much more on the straights. So that means JH Dash has stolen the P3 slot from 32 Chilo, and he's just flying away as 32 Chilo, and behind him is Killer LOL. They'll kind of like both chilling here, but Killer LOL is coming in with those hot soft paddles. Can we see a boat tap happen here maybe? Not sure.
We've seen one from Lapis onto Iconos, but he mows the grass.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. He's not.
Commentator scares, Alessandro. You should know about that.
Yeah, I should know about that. But Iltis Amor, he has dropped down as well. He used to be in P4. Believe he got bumped a little bit, and now he's fighting for P6 here with Iconos, who has had an amazing run this far. He has gained 9 positions, and now he is in P6, and I believe he even he's still in tandem here, but Iltis Amor kind of barely holding on. He is dangerously far away from Iconos, so Iltisamor really has to nail the cornering here to stay in tandem. Can he do it? Seems like he can. Yeah, he can. So he's still safe here.
Yeah, he's still safe. He's trying to get into the tandem now of Iconos. Trying everything, going a bit wider, just trying to point out anywhere where he can punch into Iconos' tandem. But it is very difficult to do, especially when you're on the same paddle strategy. You just gotta hold your breath. Maybe he's gonna try a boat tap here. It didn't work out for him last time. Let's see if it does now.
Ooh.
It does. Beautiful work by Iltisamor. And that propels him to P6. And hopefully he can keep climbing from here.
Yeah, he's now in tandem with Iconos. Iltisamor back where he started from, but Iconos behind him. And I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but Iconos, we just have to congratulate him because 8 positions gained so far is crazy good. Crazy good. Of course. Oh, wait, what is this? Lapis Lettuce already pit stopping on lap
Killer Law
5.
as well. I was just gonna point that out. Killer Law is
What?
also pitting.
Okay.
Their tires are halfway through. They're on 43%. I don't know what paddle they'll go on to. I see I see a hovering on the mediums,
Yeah, I see that too.
and I see Lapis also hovering on the mediums.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
So
probably
it seems
trying
like
to undercut the guys in front, and that is a very interesting strategy. We'll see if it works out. I think they're trying to undercut the guys in front. So unlike an overcut, which we explained before, an undercut is pitting before the person in front of you, and you use the fresh rubber, the fresh wood in this case of the paddles. And when your opponent goes into the pits, you're already ahead because you've already done faster lap times. This doesn't always work, but I think they're just trying to make it work with this switch of paddles.
true indeed. I can see another person here who's making quick work of the track here. Ashen, for example, he's right now battling with 2818. They have both gained positions from the start. So Ashen has gained 6 and 2. Oh, he's probably losing some positions now as Gamer Live has managed to get into tandem with Ashen. As they're both in here, going through the turn 14 into the big straight here. But it's Gamer Live on hards actually. So he's managing to outrun, but Ashen with better cornering here. Can Ashen stay in tandem? Yes, he can. So yeah, there are so many people who have gained so many positions this race. So Gamer Live in front of him with horrors. Oh, what is this? Ashen 360 into the turn, fully sends into the blocks and loses so much time. But it also bumps somebody behind him. Efra MLG, I believe, was the guy who got bumped by that. And now he's dropping positions like crazy. Yeah, Efra MLG also on hearts here. Okay. Interesting. And behind Efra MLG is the one and only Killer Lol here. Chasing down with the fresh mediums here. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the double or the one pit stop before the rain comes is gonna play out here. As it's
because I've been following the leaders.
Oh,
wait, what the heck? It's sunny. it rains out, I guess. No longer raining, but I've been chasing the leaders so far. They've been dispatching a couple of bag markers. They've been dispatching Captain Crafties. They've been dispatching Laser Sloth. They've been doing a fantastic job at it. It's interesting for as you pointed out, for Killer Law and company, who pitted onto mediums, because now they're going to have to get through people on older mediums. So we're going to see the pace difference there. We'll see if it's worth for them. And we'll see when the rain comes, because suddenly we've had like that light rain throughout that hasn't really stuck to the track. Now it's suddenly sunny. So
true.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we will see indeed. Trying to look out for where there could be big action happening. I can say Iconos has claimed the position because the people in front of him has pitted. I believe Iconos will need to probably start pitting soon here as well, because you can see he's on the softs and the softs are really quickly running out here. As you can see, is starting to lose some control here. As if I fly over here, I can see that seems to be hovering in 9%, 8% of paddle is left. So that's really hard to control. And once it reaches 0%, it's gonna be really tough. So they will all need to start pitting here, not to get messed up here by low paddle percentage. So will we see him
As you
pit
pointed
here?
out, all of our leaders are pitting. We
Oh,
got Paper Yoshi in the pits. We got Blipdash in the pits. We got J-Dash in the pits. The only person sticking to the original strategy is 32 Gilo on those medium paddles. And let's see if it works out. Nito onto the inters. That's a call.
interesting.
That's
Yeah.
a call and a half right there from Nito the first.
I can see a bunch of people in the pit stops. Seems some people are going for mediums, and some people are going for the intermediates here. So most people
Yeah,
are
Paper
really banking on
Yoshi
that's
and Blipdash going for the inters.
Oh, okay. Is it Xinhu here as well? So many people bidding. So many people bidding. This is the prime time to bid, as if they do not bid, they will just be losing so much time to the 0% soft battles. Which is not something you want to do.
Damn, Lapis Lettuce catching up so much to Paper Yoshi now. This is for actual position.
Oh,
but Laser Sloth gets in the way. Paper Yoshi tries to
Ooh.
swerve around Laser Sloth, who's on full wet tires for some reason. But now it's starting to rain again. Let's see how quickly this rain floods the track, because this might be make or break for the intermediate for the intermediate paddle drivers.
Yeah, indeed.
See very different grip styles between Blipdash and Lapis. Lapis gets a bit further ahead at the beginning of the turn, but then Blipdash manages to get a better exit. Let's see if the weather actually plays hand in here. We can see there again, Lapis getting close on entry, Blipdash getting further away on exit.
True, and in the pit stop right now is 32 Chilo. So he managed to stick it out longer because he was on that medium compound, which it helped him to stay out without needing to pit longer. So he has now made it onto the intermediates. But somebody who is still on try battles is Sotumni. Right now leading the pack. He's on the hard battles. But I'll go quickly and see what kind of percentage is running here. It seems like he's on 23%. It's gonna be really interesting to see if he's gonna go and pit stop this lap here. I'm guessing he will go in now for a pit stop and go for the intermediates, possibly.
He's doing like the extreme version of Gilo's strategy, isn't he? Like he's
Yeah.
chosen the hardest compound, and he is going to take it to wherever he thinks he can take it. Obviously, this is not going to degrade as much. He could probably stick out for a couple more laps if he really wanted, but he decides to go into the pits probably for the intermediate paddle.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, Killer Lol pitting behind him as well here, as Killer Lol. Did he do a 2-pit strategy or 1-pit strategy here?
Killer Lol started on softs, went on to mediums,
Oh.
and now is pitting again.
Going for the intermediates. Okay. And behind there is JH Dash. He is not pitting because he's on the intermediates. So he has actually overtaken them because others are pitting right now. And so is Blipdash in second right now, and leading everybody is right now Paper Yoshi. So Paper Yoshi and Blipdash are back to where they started, P1 and P2, with JH Dash not that far behind them. Then in fourth so far is 32 Chilo on the new intermediates here. He has lost some, seems like he has lost some ground a little bit to the guys in front of him. But behind 32 Chilo is Iconosir chilling as well on the intermediate. So it seems like everybody has kind of managed their way onto the intermediates here. For example, some people like Gabriel and Asher and Dark Robo in 16th and Xeno as well were looking to do their pit stops probably right now. And there is actually a fight happening here with Iltisamor and Iconos, both being in tandem here. Who's gonna? I don't know who has more paddle percentage here. They're probably on same amount. So it's just gonna all come down to skill here to see who's going to pull ahead here. Iconos a little earlier on the throttle here, so he's gonna get a little bit better exit. But who's gonna get better braking into turn 1? Ooh, is Iltisamor catching up a little bit? Our practice maniac here who has set some crazy fast times in our practices. So that practice definitely paying out and helping him maintain those this high pace and maintain the tandem and possibly even overtake Iconos for a 5th.
Like I'm trying to analyze the paddle strategies for everyone. The only major difference I can see is 32 Gilo's paddles are about 10% younger than everyone else ahead of him. That is the only big difference. But of course, that's not really going to matter when you're all probably going to pit for wet paddles, probably on the same lap.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, look at how much water is getting stuck onto the track. Look at that meter.
Ooh.
It is almost filled halfway. It was just 2 laps ago. We were talking about how the sun was blazing. Now, all of a sudden, it seems like we're entering monsoon conditions.
True. And for the people who don't see it, I'll show it for this quick second here. When we're looking on board with Iltisamor and Iconos, you can see the water meter there down below next to the timer. It's halfway full and it's filling up pretty fast. So in couple of laps, I do believe we're most likely gonna start seeing some people maybe even switching to wets already. So that's something
we've
to look
seen
out
people
for.
switching to wets, actually. We've seen Kinzu and we've seen Dark
Oh.
Robo. And we've also seen
Oh.
Efra MLG.
Okay, so they were sticking it longer on the softer paddles and then going into the pit stop and going straight for the wets. That's an interesting move. The wets do take longer time to actually start gripping in weathery conditions like this because they do need more water on the track to actually function properly. So we're gonna see how that goes. But Iltisamor has managed to slowly inch ahead here in the battle between Iconos and Iltisamor here as he is slowly outpacing Iconos. It seems like he's going more wide here to get more exit speed. Is this gonna be the crucial moment of him possibly bumping Iconos? It seems like Iconos is managing to hold on here as Iltisamor possibly setting up for another high speed exit here. But it seems like Iconos managing to stay close behind and maintain the spot here. Okay. Going into turn 1. Iconos might be going a little bit too wide here. Is he out of the tandem now? Oh, I think he might be. Yeah, Iltisamor has successfully managed to break tandem to Iconos. Damn. That was a crazy long fight, but it made it work.
And as one tandem breaks, I think we might have another one forming for P3 JH being stuck behind Onidalas on wet tires.
Oh.
Now being pursued by 32 Gilo, who actually managed to get into the tandem.
Yeah, 32 Gilo is in tandem here, fighting with JH. So 32 Gilo with a little bit more younger battles, it's working out in his favor. He has that a little bit more grip, a little bit more speed here, and he's just in front of JH now. Oh, really?
Seems like he is cruising ahead.
Damn, yeah, and he's just flying away. Let's check real quick what's the percentage on JH.
Everything. It's full. It's full to the brim in percentage. JH, the furthest person ahead to go into the pits.
Yeah. You can see some people, for example, Captain Graftis and Laser Slots, going from wet to wet. That's kind of funny. But
I mean, they started on wets.
Yeah. Those are some crazy people. But Nido the First has gone on to wets as well. It's gonna be interesting to see where he is right now. Let's check. Oh, he is. He's down here. He's in P24, right behind Paper Yoshi, who is still on them intermediates. So it's gonna be interesting to see, do wets actually work better in these new conditions? And it seems like fresh wets are way better than worn out intermediates in these type of conditions. We already have 2 bars of dark blue on the meter, so Nido the First making quick work of Paper Yoshi there. Let's see though. It seems like there's
See
bunch
Big Bird
of...
with a ginormous undercut.
Oh. See, Big Bird.
And the person I'm looking at now is JH Dash, actually, because JH Dash was the only person in the top 5 who went for a pit for wet tires. So I'm monitoring him. If I see anything interesting going on, I'll let you know.
Yeah, in the meantime, it seems like Iconos has managed to get into tandem with Sotumni here. And in front of Iconos, really close, is also Mafia Ozo. So Iconos it seems to be, he's dodging people ahead a little bit here. And he has to really brake as, oh my god, he's barely making it into the pit stop. As the wetness of the track is really making you try and brake hard to like navigate those waters. And as we can see, there's a big tail of people just here in the pit stop. You can see
here comes JH Dash and Paper Yoshi out of the pits. We might have a battle for the lead.
Oh, we do. Oh my. Wait, what the hell? JH Dash,
I told you.
Is he outpacing Paper Yoshi right now? Is he?
No, JH Dash pitted 1 lap ago onto the full wets, 1 lap earlier than Paper Yoshi. He did an undercut to perfection. His wet paddles are already like heated up.
Yeah, Paper Yoshi has been left behind. He's 2 seconds behind now. What? How is JH Dash doing this? He's right now leading the race, and we have to remember where he started from. He started in P12, and right now he is first. And like, it's with all people being on the wets now as well. People have all switched over to be the same compound, and most likely people are looking to stick this maybe till the end here. Some people might need to go for another pit stop, but some people might just stick it till the end. With 6 more laps to go, it is possible, but the battles will last that long if you really want them to. So we'll see. I
mean, if your name is 32 Gilo right now, you're fuming because you were battling with JH Dash. You were ahead of him, but you didn't go into the pit with him, and now you've lost out on position to him. And completely, like, you've probably lost out on a chance off a podium unless something very drastic happens on the last couple of laps. But a brilliant strategy call by JH Dash. He is currently on cruise control, and he is currently trying to win this Formula Sapom Grand Prix.
Yeah, I mean, really well done. Those strategy calls are really coming in handy here, and he's making it work the best he can. Like, he's giving everybody a run for their money. Like, Paper Yoshi is slowly catching up to him though, because Paper Yoshi's paddles are here warming up, and he does have more percentage. So Paper Yoshi might be in the prime position here to try to make a possible boat tap maneuver happen. So we're watching on board. Is he gonna get a boat tap here? Lining up for it. He does get it, but it doesn't seem to work out that well, as he wasn't that close behind to actually maintain the tandem. So he just taps JH Dash there for a second, and then just uses it to just do the wall tap pretty much a little bit faster, but no tandem happening yet.
That was a very awkward launch angle for that boat tab. He was just driving straight into the apex, as a song would say, you know. But we're going on to the hairpin now. Paper, you're taking it super wide. Both of them took it super wide for no reason. They were probably just mirroring each other. And now entering the final 4 laps of the race, JH Dash going into turn 1. This very snaily turn, and we see back markers ahead of both of them. This might play a very key role into the battle between these two. Only Dala's also emerging from the pit, but Paper Yoshi manages to dispatch him very quickly. But I do see 2 back markers ahead of this pair in the lead. Skibidi Toilet at 12, who scrapes on the outside of the turn, and they might have to swerve around this guy. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see as it goes, as Paper Yoshi has now managed to climb dangerously close to JH as she's millimeters away from entering into a tandem, as Paper Yoshi is not letting JH get away with this strategy masterclass, as he's lining himself up for a boat tap. And does he manage to stick it? I think he's in tandem.
He stuck it, but he has to swerve. I think he has to yield a bit.
Yeah, but JH also has a Skibidi Toiletta in front of him that he has to worry about. So Paper Yoshi, he might be able to maintain the tandem here. Yes, he is. He's even inching in closer just a tiny bit with that tiny bit fresher paddle compound here. So Skibidi Toiletta might be the downfall of JH Dash's P1 finish here. We'll see, as JH Dash very...
Oh, the boat tap!
Whoa! $20 boat tap right now? Oh my.
JH boat tapped on the Skibidi Toiletta to actually gain a bit more exit speed than Paper Yoshi. That was such a smart move.
Oh, that's what happened. That's smart. That's... Oh my. Okay. Okay. But Paper Yoshi is still there next to him. So he needs to find some more tricks to try to make Paper Yoshi not confirm the overtake here, as... You know, having that tiny bit one lap fresher paddles will give you a little bit of an advantage here.
Tandem's broken between these two now.
Ooh.
It seems like JH Dash doesn't have anything more left in the tank, but Paper Yoshi has 2 back markers, including Onidalas. He is ghosted. So this back marker will not affect either of their racing lines. The next person ahead is Ice Joe 0, but I don't know if they're going to get up to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Paper Yoshi doing the,
see the boat tap.
Boat tap?
No boat taps.
Okay.
And you know, the 2 people behind these two, Blip Dash 32 Gilo, they're actually getting somewhat close. They were 4 seconds off the rope, but now suddenly they're all up on J Dash's gearbox.
True. That is true. Meanwhile, Paper Yoshi and JH Dash have been busy keeping each other literally busy here. Blip Dash here has used this as an advantage to climb a little closer, as Blip Dash is 1 tandem away from being in that P2. Oh, Blip Dash goes really wide here. Was he aiming for some boat tap here? Can't really tell.
He was aiming it because JH Dash got the boat tap on Paper Yoshi, and they were trying to do a boat tap chain, which broke with JH Dash because he actually did manage to get the boat tap.
Oh, I see. But we have breaking news. The water meter has completely filled up. It is as full as it can be. Maxed out. Dark blue the entire way through. So this is as bad as it gets now, as they're all struggling here to kind of get those braking zones here perfect, as you can see the average pace here really has slowed down now. And it looks kind of funny seeing them drive this slowly here, as they are slowly trying to pull out some moves here. I think the winning move here is to really try to aim for some boat tap, as that's probably the best way to make some moves happen. But what is moves. Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now? The water meter?
I'm seeing macros. Oh god, wait. It gets higher? It gets higher? Wait. The water meter gets higher? What does that even mean?
Why is it red? Why is it red?
Why is it red? Why is it red?
No.
Wait, what? Okay, I was gonna rate. I was gonna rate this race a 7.8 out of 10. Too much water, but what the heck is this meter now? It's red. JH Dash lost position to Blip Dash on the start-finish straight.
What? What happened to JH Dash? The water got to him.
Lost position.
He was probably looking at the water meter too much and then missed the braking zone as he tries to go boat tap. Okay, kind of works, but it gets bumped again.
That's the weirdest boat tap I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest boat tap I've ever seen.
And by the way, JH Dash is only on 22%. It's looking real grim for him. So there is Turtle Chilo right behind him with a little bit more fresher paddles here, trying to make anything work, anything happen here to get into that tandem. And he has managed to break the tandem. He is now in front of JH Dash as JH Dash has now fallen into P4. But he seems to be safe now because there is a 6-second gap to Iltisamor, who is next in the line, trying to steal that spot from him. So Iltisamor a little bit more fresher battles as well, but can he make up 6 seconds in this short time? Maybe.
JH Dash's strategy worked out in the beginning, but he didn't manage to hold the pace throughout it. The wet paddles are completely shot. They're getting to 15% more worn out than the guys in front of him. No wonder he's starting to lose pace.
Yeah. It might have seemed like a smart strategy before, but with him running the battles that low, it might become a real problem for him, as I'm not sure if he can afford to pit here, because a pit stop would cost him a lot of time. So he will.
You can't pit here.
Yeah, you cannot.
No, but I think all those boat tabs actually cost him a lot, because remember, a boat tab you completely stop dead, so your paddles get a lot more worn out. You gotta suddenly become stationary.
True. As he's been
boat tabs he tried to make, he probably...
once again. He got them pumped on the straight here, and now Iltisamor is making quick work of JH. Iltisamor now in fight for P4, but as Iltisamor has a tiny bit more leverage here on their paddles, it seems like Iltisamor might be able to... Yeah, Iltisamor is running away. Iltisamor is running away, leaving JH behind. Oh my, I was skeptical. How can you make up that 6 seconds? And here he is, making up that 6 seconds.
Wow. JH Dash lost 10 seconds to the lead, and he is still scraping. We don't know if he can fall any further behind. Where's Mafioso? Mafioso's right behind him too.
Right behind. As it is the final lap. If you want to get that juicy position, you have to do it now. Wait, was that JH Dash in the... It was JH Dash!
Yes, it was.
Oh no! He's fallen again! He's falling and keeps falling, but it seems like... Okay, X1 behind him is Sotumni. Maybe Sotumni can make some magic happen here if Sotumni wants to get into the tandem, but I don't know. Sotumni hovering in that P7. But we do have to focus on the one and only Paper Yoshi as he's going through the turn 15, the final turn of the race for him. He's lining himself up for the final straight here for the final time as he's pushing and will be crowned the second ever player to win a race in Formula history. Yay! Finally, it's somebody that's not named Soda Soccer. Yay! As he has finished the race now. P1. Really well done. Can we get some GG's in the chat as Blip Dash, his teammate, finishes right behind him. And then turn to Chilo to round it up.
Just finishing order, not position order.
Oh yeah, it seems like the scoreboard on the stream looks really scuffed, so I'll be getting rid of that. And we can just look at the in-game one because that is accurate. So we can see, yeah, Chilo in third. Then after that is Iltisamor, Mafioso in fifth, and Sotumni managing to overtake JH Dash. He got it.
That is very unfortunate for JH Dash. He lost everything on those final 2 laps. I wouldn't like to be walking in his shoes now, but he did put up a very good fight.
Yeah, crazy. If JH Dash only had a little bit more left in the battles, it would have been a completely different race, I feel, for him. But because it ran out and all those boat taps degrading the battle wear, that's just a little bit ouchy for him. But it is what it is. And we learn from the new information, and next time we could see JH Dash cooking even harder.
But yeah, we got the rain all the way up to red. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you could get up to red.
I didn't know either. This is a big surprise. It does keep you wondering, is there anything that comes after the raid? Is there anything? We don't know.
Thunder? Tornado? I don't know. Like
Torn-
you can expect anything at this point.
Yeah, that will be funny as people are getting paid now for the event for showing up. 25 stars of just free cash for showing up. That's a good day to be had here as the podium has been started up now. We can see now here who's gonna be our top 12 here in Malaysia. Sepung. In 12th is Sandarus. In 11th, Lapis Leathers. In 10th is Iconos. And then 9th is JH Dash. In 8th, Mopeki. In 7th is Killer Lol. In 6th, Mafioso. In 5th, Iltisamor. In 4th, Sotumni. In 3rd is Blip Dash from New Wave. 45 points. In 2nd, Paper Yoshi, New Wave, 59 points.
That's
and
not
in the front is Turtle Chilo. I'm guessing this is the considering
this is the whole GP.
Yeah, this
This is
must
the whole
be the
GP.
whole GP.
Okay, this is the whole GP.
Because Turtle Chilo did win the sprint race. So that's gonna earn him some good points. So Turtle Chilo is the winner of the weekend, gaining him some massive points. Let's see if we do slash farm here and look into the individual. 32 Chilo is now our new leader of the race, gaining 60 points from here in Malaysia. Damn. What a cookery. And he's still, if you look at his position, it's all threes. 3-3-3. He's only finished in
It really
3-3.
is.
Oh my. That's
Consistency, I guess.
Consistently third. That's amazing. I mean, especially in these conditions here in Formula nothing is a guarantee, and managing to stay that consistent, crazy. Absolutely crazy work. But yeah, JH Dash must be feeling a little bit scammed here. Might be worth getting an interview with JH Dash and 32 Chilo maybe. Maybe there's some other people. We have to also talk with Paper Yoshi, because I mean, he did win the feature race here. So
Win.
let's try to get the boost back here functional as the celebrator thingy did steal all our cameras.
I don't know if they're gonna probably want to join the Grand Prix happening right now, the daily Grand Prix on BoatLabs, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Oops. So I'm guessing you're asking them if they want to join or not, or
I can tell.
Okay,
I'll
that's
get
good.
Paper Yoshi first.
yeah. That sounds perfect.
He said sure.
Yay!
All right, he's up in a VC.
Oh, yeah, I need to drag him. Let's see. Move to home. Hello.
TP? Can I get TP? I can TP myself.
Yeah, you can
Hey.
I'll
TP.
TP. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hey.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
This
We-
was so fun.
Beautiful.
This was one of the most enjoyable races I've done. Yeah. Okay. Where shall we start?
Great insight, great insight. So, do you think first question? I think I gotta ask this, right? We kind of have this
Yeah.
boy band thing going on. You think the song actually helped?
it was it was really funny because like JH was like typing like I can't turn, and like we were all like screaming like, oh my god, he's dead, his tires are dead, he can't turn. But
Yeah.
yeah, um,
Seems
I
like
made a few references.
But
Yeah.
Paper Ocean, I believe you were one of the people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually went from soft to medium before getting onto the intermediates. Is that correct?
No, that's wrong. No,
Oh.
I did that. No, okay, so let me explain my what happened. So before on the first run, because I did forget to set the weather. So there ended up being no weather, and so I did go for a pit to medium, but I was planning to reset the heat anyway because the weather was broken, and it's unfair because like we've got a whole weather forecast here, and we're not just gonna like completely ditch that,
Yeah.
right? Like we
Yeah,
gotta
that would be kind of
yeah. So
sad.
that was
Yeah.
unfortunate. It was a bit silly, but I blame it on Pickle because he wasn't here. So and
True.
he
I mean,
knows what
if
he's
you look
doing.
at the weather forecast, actually, it does say it has a 69% accuracy.
Oh yeah, that was the 31%. Oops. Whoopsies. Okay, anyways, after the reset, which is what matters, so I did a soft to enter to wet strategy, like 777.
These even numbers, man. They keep
So and
working.
so
In Miami, it
when
was 6666. Now it's
yeah
777.
yeah. No, okay. So how it worked was that me and Blip went for soft because in the practice we calculated that if you drive just well enough, no, and Rocket Race in the sprint as well, actually, he did 7 laps on the soft and he barely survived. So we figured out, okay, if me and Blip, since we're starting P1 and P2, if we just survive and not get bumped at all, we will survive 7 laps and we'll get to the pit with the soft tire. So we'll be able to pull advantage on the people on the medium tires, which Jill and Mafioso actually went for medium tires. So we managed to pull a bit of a gap. And then I tried to keep Blip in tandem for the first stint, but he kind of fell out. So me and Blip went in at the same time. I tried to just get him going with me. And then we pitted. So Iltis did use a ruler,
A ruler.
a digital ruler,
Uh-huh.
to see like when exactly the rain would come.
Oh.
So with the ruler,
Dude, what is
we
it with
measured
Formula
that.
and people like going out of their way to do like so you used the ruler. Who was it? Foxless used what was it, a stopwatch or
He put alarms on their phone to know where to pit.
yeah. They put an alarm on their phone. Like they actually timed it with their phone.
Wow.
I'm speechless. I am.
That is
I've never seen.
funny.
I've been boat racing for 4 years, and it's been 2 races where I'm like, what the hell are these people doing?
Sorry, ruler shots are goated. So like Iltis measured out and like exactly he measured out like each like third of the section of the race. And then like the line of the first third ended like just when the rain was about to start. So we figured out, okay, there's gonna be rain just after lap 7. So and then we also did a bit of testing for the inter tires on dry conditions to make sure that like okay, if we went early we wouldn't completely die, right? So we did it and we realized that it was like just slightly slower than the hard. So me, Blip and Iltis actually, we all went for a lap 7 pit into the inters, and then we drove like a little bit on the dry, and then the rain came, and then we're like, oh hell yeah, this is working.
Yeah, it managed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
P1, P2 finished. That's, I mean, you can't really ask for any
Yeah.
more.
Exactly. We had one scare though, JH. We must talk about JH.
True. I do wonder, maybe it's
Yeah.
possible to get him in the booth here as well, maybe if he's on the server.
I think he's doing daily GP, maybe. Yeah, he's doing daily GP. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and he's not in any VCs to steal him away
Yeah.
as well. Okay. We can talk about him
well,
anyways.
So yeah, so what he did is basically he went in for the wets 1 lap earlier than we did. And Actually, lap 13 was on lap 13 it was already full wets territory, but to make the 2-stop happen, you had to go one extra lap. And then I wanted to take the safe way out, so like I was not risking my tires blowing out at the end. So me me and Blip, we decided we got
How?
JH.
Oh,
Hello.
wow. Hello.
How?
Okay, JH, would you like to talk about strategy?
Uh, talking about strategy, yes. I thought I had the right strategy, like when I was like close to Gilo and I pitted for wets before him. I thought I was like cooking so hard. I was like, yes, I can get up like podium now maybe. That's insane. But then I come out to my surprise ahead of everyone. And then I just started driving in shock over there. And I didn't think about like if my pedals were gonna last to the end or not. I thought they were gonna last for sure. But then near the end I was like, oh wait, they're not gonna. And it
Yeah.
fell apart. But it
Yeah.
already started falling apart before then.
Yeah, I mean, having some people
felt-
behind you
yeah.
with with the lap pressure battles there really makes a little bit of a difference. With them always having
A lot
that
of
little
pressure.
bit extra grip and little bit extra speed, you really have to try your hardest to just fend them off somehow. So, as I'm guessing, as they slowly started to get through, get a little bit nervous there, and just eventually, just they all get past.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
was nervous AF. I think I managed to mess up Yoshi at the wall tap corner a couple times, but then he got through.
Oh, okay, about that. So I think after my tires warmed up, and then I was like, okay, I do have the pace advantage. I can just catch him. And I wasn't catching him on the straight, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna send a boat tap. And then I got it the first time I was just trying that, and I didn't know how I should angle my boat. So I hit it, and then I was like really sketchy. But then so I just learned by again, and I was like, okay, try next lap. And then the next lap I skibbity toiletta in front of him. So after the wall tap, I was gonna yield, but I was like just barely side by side with his ghost. So I actually managed to send it around outside. Hold on, what turn is that? 9, 10, yeah, turn 11. And then like barely squeeze into tandem down the next straight into turn 12. And with the black marker in the way, it would slow him down. So I figured I'm just gonna send it, and he's gonna have to release. And that's how I
Yeah,
got past.
I
that's
think
crazy.
I remember getting some like crazy boat taps as well at the end there.
Yeah, it's a
Especially
really
the
effective
last
one.
hairpin on a back marker, I think.
Yeah, we
even
caught
you.
that.
Yeah.
We caught that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I got a bit of a shock there.
I
Because
was
I wasn't
thinking I
lined up
was
for that at
driving
all.
I was
Yeah,
thinking I
yeah.
was driving the best race of my life until I started tumbling down at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a question for both of you. If there's one thing you could do different this race, then what would it be? Starting with JH Dash here.
I should probably have been out for one more lap on inters. I didn't realize how quickly the wets would just be gone.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't remember how much wear I had when I pitted for wets, but I think I may have been able to go one more lap. I don't know.
No, the thing is that that one extra lap you pitted, you gained like 10 seconds easily, I think. Like you gained a lot of time. A lot of time. So that was really scary.
Yeah, I got to place myself ahead of you to block you,
Yeah.
so that was
I mean,
good.
yeah, I think it was like what you had you're like 12 seconds behind me, right? When you pitted, and then like you came out in front of me. So that's a lot of time in one lap. But yeah, I mean, you took the gambles, and I mean, as you saw, like I took a gamble last race and it didn't pay off. So you
That
almost had it
wasn't
work.
even a split-second decision. That's what I was going for, like, since I took
Oh, I
inters.
see.
Then I saw that, like, everyone else around me is doing something different, and then it got interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get Sotumni in here as well and ask about pit happens because I want to know what's happening with their team. Something's not
He's
adding
on.
up there right now.
He's
Uh,
on the
happens, fall
VC
off.
above.
Yeah, I'll drag him in. Let's see, move him to here. Hello, Sotumni.
Hello.
Hello. He's back.
Hello. Oh,
I mean, he's here.
hi.
We have all three people with the same
So
face.
Sotomni, what the hell is going on with Pit
True.
Happens?
It is sure happening.
What is
I
that?
am their reserve driver, so whenever someone can't make it, I just show up as the TA and I start driving. Went
Oh, what?
surprisingly well this weekend.
Yeah. Except for some reason Rocket Race didn't show up. What's the deal with that?
He couldn't make it today.
Oh man. Both Soda and Rocket missing, that's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, but we can't really help it.
Yeah. Well, at least you did bring home some good points for the team, so I think
For sure, yeah.
we even managed to finish higher than Lapis Lettuce. That's kinda crazy, no?
Yes, I could tell that was going to happen fairly early on because he was on soft starting out and I was on hards, but I was only a second and a half behind on like lap 4. And
Yeah,
I just
so
Oh,
kept
we got
lasting
Gilo.
them. I should have pitted on the lap that Gilo pitted. That did kind of cost me. Oh, hello. Speaking
Oh,
of-
hello there.
Speaking of Chilo, he's here.
But yeah, I should have pitted with the lap that he pitted, and then I would have kept my gap instead of 20 seconds at the end to maybe 14. I tried to pull my hearts a little. Tried to last them a little too long.
Yeah. I do have one question for Chilo. Do you think going for the mediums, do you think it was a good play or how did that play
So
out?
the thing is, like, I was just scared of using softs. I knew it was possible because Rocket Race did it in the sprint, right? He did 7
Yeah.
laps in the softs. But I felt like it was too risky. If you get bumped once or maybe just do mistakes, like, I wasn't sure it would be enough to go like for 7 entire laps. So I chose to do mediums, especially because in the first race attempt, like, it worked out quite well. I kept P3 and I wasn't that far away from the lead. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, that's fair. It's going for a more safer strat that you know that will probably work out. And here we go. We managed to get you the most points in the weekend here. So
Yeah, sure.
really well done.
Yeah, that's good.
And it keeps
Yeah,
your
that's
streak of being third in every feature race so far alive.
Yeah. Guess it would be better to break it and do better, but I'm not gonna complain about, P3. It's still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked JJ Station and Paper Yoshi the same question as well, but Sotumni and Turtle Chilo, if there is one thing you guys will do different this race, then what would that be?
I
Sotumni
pit a
can
lap
maybe.
earlier.
Oh.
That's literally it. I probably wouldn't even have gained position from him. But wait, let me check heat results real fast. Would I
Checking the
would have gained?
website.
No, not really. It would have been very close with Mafiosa. I did get a very nice overtake at the end because J-Dash's tires blew up.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and Chilo?
For me, like, I didn't realize the inters were actually like pretty good on dry. So maybe you should have gone one lap earlier on inters and like undercut. But yeah, I need to check the replay and like how
Yeah,
the
that
might
strategy
be
could have
tough.
been better.
yeah.
Oh yes, another thing that could have probably worked for me if I had started on mediums and went for 2 laps longer, then the wet combo would have worked out.
Yeah, probably. I do want to know what's
might be
the
possible.
what's the daily GP track right now, but it seems like you guys are not that interested in that.
It's too late.
Weherua.
Oh,
Oh.
too late. Okay.
I abandoned it when I heard I can get interviewed.
Let's go. Based.
Yeah,
I forgot to
yeah.
leave event and I'm here still.
The Grand Prix track is Weherua, so or Weherua, or however you're supposed to pronounce that.
Well, whatever. We don't care.
Yeah. Unless Sandra has any questions.
No, I genuinely don't. They've kind of explained pretty much
Yeah.
everything. Thank you for coming. We had to install an extra mic for, I guess, Paper Yoshi all the way over there. But thank you guys for racing. Hope you
Shame,
guys
Mike.
had your fun, and I hope we see you on the next race.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
depends if the team shows up actually. I am the reserve driver after all.
Let's hope I don't have an exam on that day.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see when it is, because I don't think even we know when it is. So, and what track
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
FL
excited though.
next week though. FL next week.
Yeah, on Zandvoort, I
Yeah,
think.
I'm gonna
yeah.
win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
I'm not gonna win.
No.
I guess he's not gonna win. But yeah.
No, because I'm not
Oh.
gonna show up.
Oh,
That's
all
why.
right.
Yeah. The mulligans are
No.
gonna be necessary.
True. Anyways, we're gonna end the stream now. You guys are feel free to go unless you wanna look beautiful back here, just I don't know, standing or something.
Oh my.
Ooh, standings.
Ew. It looks disgusting. I'm gonna look at it next week.
I'm
gonna
not
see
even on
another
it. What is
beautiful
this?
green arrow.
Oh, I'm here.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful dash right here. Oh wait,
I think
wait,
they
hold on.
understood standings instead of
I-
standing behind us.
Oh.
But
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
no.
They just all went to look at the standings.
went to look at the
standings. But yeah.
Anyway.
Oi.
Yeah, was a really fun race. There was some silly stuff that happened, but the Code Paper Yoshi probably, I'm guessing, learned a little bit how to run FUM stuff, because I myself have no idea how it works. So
I've
good
done.
job.
Yeah, I've done. This is the second event. I was a bit scuffed because I did forget to do the weather, and I had a lot of other stuff going on. But we made it work. We had a race today.
Yeah.
It's still raining.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up. And we'll see you guys next weekend. FL Zandvoort.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I broke
That
something.
Paper Yoshi said he's gonna win. You guys heard it first. And Terudo Chilo said he's not gonna win it.
I mean,
So
I mean, Yoshi's been looking at a lot of bumping clips on the last week, so he's probably learned a thing or two.
True.
We'll see how that shapes the next race. But yeah, we thank you all for showing up. And